Hi, I'm Taylor Rizzo. I'm a registered dietitian, a bariatric dietitian at Beltline Health, and I'm here today to talk to you about the DASH diet. So the DASH diet is a really great dietary approach to stopping hypertension. So DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, exactly as it sounds. So the DASH diet is again prescribed for those that have high blood pressure, but it's a generally healthy plan for most people to follow anyway. High blood pressure is categorized as 140/90 or higher. So if that's you, this diet's definitely going to be recommended to you by your physicians, your dietitians, and other healthcare providers. The main idea with this diet is again to lower your blood pressure, and there's a lot of different ways that this diet kind of tackles that problem. It promotes certain things and decreases certain things in the diet. So for example, potassium, calcium, you've got protein and high fiber foods in this diet to kind of help to reduce high blood pressure and keep that healthy lifestyle going. And then also emphasizes reducing sodium, added sugars, and high fat foods because those things can kind of cause high blood pressure to worsen or develop. So with the diet, you'll see, they promote a lot of eating vegetables. You'll get good fiber there and good vitamins. Fruits, whole grains, which sometimes people think is kind of weird because there's a very big low carb push in the world, but having whole grains in your diet with this DASH diet plan helps you to get, again, a lot of good fibers from those grains to kind of keep your blood pressure lower. So those are a couple big pieces, and of course with your protein intake is another big piece. So with proteins, there's more lean proteins and less lean proteins. Leaner proteins are like poultry, so like chicken breasts and turkey, a lot of seafood and fish, shrimp, and then of course like nuts and legumes and things like that as well. It tends to avoid so much red meat, so things like bacon, steaks, ground beef, of course, those have a lot higher rates of, or amounts of saturated fat, and those are different fats that can kind of cause your blood pressure to worsen and kind of hurt your heart health. So it kind of tends to avoid those different options. The other really big piece is sodium and other preservatives, and a lot of times people worry about avoiding salt in their cooking and salt on the table, which is a really good thing to be careful of. But a lot of times you find sodium and salt in fast foods, restaurant foods, and boxed packaged products. So that is normally the biggest source of sodium in your day. So if you want to follow this diet, you do want to do more home cooking. If you're going out to eat, you want to make sure you talk to the chef and ask if they can do a more low sodium option. A lot of times with the DASH diet, sodium recommendations are 2,300 milligrams a day or less. Your doctor may prescribe you something different. So if you have really severe blood pressure issues, they may have you go 2,000 milligrams or less a day, but around 2,300 is the general goal for the DASH diet. For example, 1 teaspoon of table salt is 2,300 milligrams of sodium, so you can see that that's not very much. And again, most people don't put a whole table or a teaspoon of salt on their meal, but it can add up very quickly during the day. So that's one thing to be super, super careful of. With the DASH diet, of course, you want to pair that with good exercise because it'll also help your blood pressure to kind of come down. But again, emphasizing those healthier foods and reducing added sugars, added fats, and salt is a really big piece of the DASH diet. A common complaint when you're following the DASH diet a lot of times is the taste of foods. So obviously we're talking about reducing the salt in our diets, but a really big piece of that is flavor. Some people worry that they're going to lose flavor and not be able to eat, good meals with their families. And one really big piece of doing that is kind of being creative. Like we said, cooking more at home is really important, but also having, different alternatives. So instead of salt, maybe doing lemon juice or vinegar, or adding some onions or garlic powder to your meals can really boost that flavor without the sodium. And if you haven't tried it yet, it makes a really big difference and you won't even remember the salt. There's also really great seasonings like Mrs. Dash out there that are made without the salt in them already, and those can kind of be good, first baby steps to kind of getting rid of the sodium in your diet. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.